Hey guys, this is Tomas with Movement Martial Arts, and today we're talking about a round kick, a devastating kick if done properly. So, we're going to talk about the foot position, what part of the foot you hit with, or you don't hit with the foot and hit with the shin. Depends on the martial art that you're practicing, depends on the target that you're hitting. So check this out. I'm going to build you from the bottom up to get you ready to have a great technique to generate as much power as you can on this kick. So check this out. I'm going to start in a good fighting stance, my good throwing stance. Make sure I'm shoulder apart, my hands are up, my chin is down. Good? The kick will look like so. Now, to generate power on this kick, make sure that we use our hips, make sure we turn our body to create as much power as we can. Let's talk about the foot position first. I always start this kick by going down to the ground, okay? I'm going to go down to the ground and I'm going to face y'all. And the idea here is to make sure that I point the knee towards the target. So by the end of this technique, my knee is going to be pointing at the target and my foot is completely extended. Okay? Pointing the knee at the target is going to be the best way to generate as much power as we can. Now, the idea is if I point my knee towards the target, I end the kick there. Okay? We always go through the target, so you guys remember that. Now, if I'm going through the target, I do not want to chamber on that side because the kick will happen here and not over there, and I will not get as much power. So, talking about the foot position. Point your toes like a ballerina. Yes, I said that. Point your toes like a ballerina. Make sure that your toes are pointed when you guys throw this kick. Going back to the ground. Point my knee towards the target. Kick. Point those toes like a ballerina and bring it back. Okay? If I go sideways, I'm on my side, point the knee towards the target, kick, and be able to bring my foot back. Now, here, throwing this kick, I will teach you how to do this by doing it incorrectly. Okay? So my body will be sideways, and I'm going to kick that way because I want to make sure that I get this foot position and this knee pointed first. I'm going to point my knee and kick. Understanding that I'm not rotating my hips up, keeping my toes up and doing an incorrect kick, okay? Make sure that I'm not swinging back to throw a kick, kind of like a soccer kick. We're not doing that. So my knee goes up into a chamber and then releases. After being able to do that, then I'm gonna take you to the next part, when we actually generate as much power as we can. So here, I'm gonna go into that fighting stance. I'm gonna take this foot and open it, to open my hips. Okay? What I tell some of my kids is, hey, imagine that you have a mustache on your foot and I want you to show it to me. So something to click for y'all is if a mustache is on your foot, it's not a mustache, but it's a foot stache. So open up your hips here by showing that mustache. And I'm gonna be able to pick up my leg, chamber that leg, kick, extend my toes, and do this kick as best as I can. When I land, I want to land forward and control. I want to be able to control my leg does not control me. Now, as you're generating power, you saw I was stopping and bringing it back. As we're doing this kick, you can also hit as hard as you can, open up the hips, swing the arms, and create as much power as you can, looking like so. Whoosh! It's up to you. You place the foot, you generate the power. Now, as I'm opening those hips, I want to make sure that I step out. As I step out, I open. Here, I'm going to generate power by closing those hips now into that stance, into that kick, right? So here, I will swing, hold, and be able to throw my leg as hard as I can. Now, to do this, we got to practice. Practice a good technique. We got to practice the way that we throw our kick, where we throw our kick from. So, this is going to be your workout. You're going to do 10 round kicks, kicking to the sides. I'm going to chamber my leg, kick. Look to the other side, chamber my leg, kick. 10 on one side, 10 on the other one, because as a martial artist, we train both sides. The next exercise is going to be for you to open those hips up. So, in that fighting stance, my hands are up, chin is down. I want to turn, step if I need to, open up my hips. And I'm going to close them as hard as I can. So instead of picking my leg up, Good. I want to be able to turn those hips as hard as I can. Swing those arms. Here, push. Good. And again, you're doing 10 on one side and 10 on the opposite side. And lastly, we got to do 10 round kicks, but we got to do them slow. I got to be able to turn my body, hands are up, control, have the balance, and then extend. Chamber, and I go back into another front stance. Remember, you got to control your kicks. You got to control your kicks. So from here, turn, chamber, kick, rechamber your leg, and sit it down slowly in a good fighting stance. The more that you control this kick, the better it can be, the more power and speed you will generate. So, again, 10 kicks on each side, staying sideways. Turn your hips, 10 on each side. Remember, generating power from those hips. And lastly, we gotta do it slow. Take our time to do this kick. After we have all those down, remember we're doing 3 sets of 10 on each side. After that, we keep building on our technique and be able to start hitting targets, okay? Now, if you do this kick correctly and you can generate a lot of power, it will look something like this. Make sure that I open up those hips, roll those hips as hard as I can, hit with my foot, and generate power. Whoosh! All right, guys, see you guys next time.